So this one is a story of when everyone in Peckham thought I was an informant, I was a snitch, and I worked for the police, and how I found out and everyone else found out that this could have been the case while I was in Wandsworth prison through the South London press. Can you imagine? You're in jail, the newspaper's passing around, and everyone looking at you like, I swear that's my man. Anyway, let's rewind. So, the year is 2007. I'm living in Hackney. I've got a flat in Chatsworth Road. I've just left Ilford Football Club and I just signed for Ashford Town, Middlesex in a Ryman Premier. But I'm out there doing cash boxes. And I'm robbing cash boxes. That's what I was doing. So I was back and forth in Peckham, Canning Town, Hackney. And then a murder happens. And then, so as I was saying, it's 2007. I'm living in Hackney on Chatsworth Road. I'm playing for Ashford Town, Middlesex. I just signed in a Ryman Prem. I'm gassed. But I'm still doing security van robberies. I'm robbing boxes all the time. And, but this, I don't really want to tell the story so much because this is going to be in a drama series, The Life I Live series. But I'll give it to you guys anyway. You can still watch the drama series anyway. So, my good friend from school, Javari Crichton, love that brother, man. And I hadn't seen him for a couple of years, so we was in school from before we even started year 7. We used to hang around together a little bit when I was in year 6. And when we moved to year 7, we was in the same class. And me and him were cool. Like, we weren't my best of friends in school, but he was someone that was always around us. And as we got older, like, we came a bit closer. I used to go to his mum's house, I used to come to my mum's house. My mum knows him, my dad knows him. Everyone knew my brother. Everyone knew him, Javari. So, anyway, one time, like, Javari hollers me like, yo, I'm doing, what do you call it? What are you on? I'm like, me, I'm just doing cash boxes and that, you know. He's like, yeah, man himself out on doing this as well. I'm like, yeah. So me and him linked up a couple of times and like we should all jump on this thing and do it together. So me and him went on a couple and then like went on a couple, which didn't work out sort of thing. And then there's another time now. So remember I said I'm playing football. I've signed for Ashford Town Middlesex. I'm about to make my debut on a Saturday. This is February 2007. I'm making my debut on the 3rd of February 2007. We're playing against Folkestone. So I'm gassed the night before. But the night before, like, me and him link up with a few other men. And they're like, yeah, we got a box lined up tomorrow, man. You should jump on it. I'm like, nah, man. I'm making my debut. I'm about to go and play football. Like, I'm not on it, man. You, man, do what you're doing. So anyway, Javari goes out there with one of our younger friends. And they're going to do the robbery with them, man. What happens then is that while I'm on a coach, I get a call from Javari. Javari called me like, yo, nah, man, these men have bumped me. I'm like, how do you mean they bumped you? He's like, nah, they're telling me that there's no money in the box. I'm like, what happened? He said that we got there, we robbed the box, we put the box in their car, and then they're telling us that nah, they ain't got the box. But they're trying to say that they're banned in the car somewhere, but I can see them. So Javari said he can see them, and they're trying to lie to him. When he's calling them, where you guys? They're locking off the phone. So I'm like, all right, cool. Remember we told you that I wasn't the bad boy, but I was someone that I could take care of myself. If push comes to, I'll come here. So I had to call who was the bad boy, my brother. So I come bro like, yo, Carly, that man I robbed Javari, you know. I'm not having that, man. They like, I'll see what I can do. Just tell him to be easy, cool. So I called Javari back. Javari's like, bro, nah, man, I'm gonna go there. Come, we're gonna rob them, man. Come, we're gonna rob them. I'm like, bro, I'm on a coach. I'm on a coach right now. I'm heading to Kent. We're heading to Kent right now. We're playing against Folkestone. So I can't do nothing. Let's talk about when I finish. Obviously, I'm on a coach. And I'm one of the only few black players there as well. So I'm trying to like, I'm the first time in the first team. So I just reached the first team. So I'm getting to know people. So I'm on the coach trying to have a bit of banter with everyone, listening to stories and that. And then I get another call again. And then it's from the younger that was with Javari. He's in tears, like, oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, no. Like, I think Javari's dying. I'm like, what do you mean he's dying? He's been stabbed. So what's happened? Javari's gone over there. He's gone to a pass with the people who he thinks have robbed him and gone to altercation, and my man stabbed him. So now Javari's on the floor, he's bleeding. So I'm on the other side of the phone. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, My man's crying on the phone. I don't know. I said, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. So, I mean, I'm starting to tear up. Can't feel myself. Fucking hell. Like, mate, like, I've got too emotional. I'm about to make my debut and this. So, like, I'm away from the roads. Right now, I'm in a different world. I'm with all the white guys and I'm about to play football and having banter. And now the road is coming back into my other space. So I'm like, please pick up. Like, I'm not trying to mess up my football as well. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm like, okay, I'm just thinking, I'm like, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. 100% Javario can't be dead. He's not dead. I'm not having it. He's not dead. And then, oh mate, I'm just thinking about it now. Like, it's about memories. And then I told the younger, look, just make sure the ambulance comes. Make sure the ambulance comes. I didn't want to hear no more. I've switched off my phone because, like, I couldn't have that on me. Like, I couldn't have that on me. So on the coach, you can really see, like, I'm moving a bit, like, what's going on. So I didn't want to tell the manager. Like, raw, like, this has just happened, because they don't know about this. They don't know about my real life. They just know me. Hey, he's a decent footballer, sort of thing. And I'm 20 years old. I'm about to make my debut. So, like, I got some thinking that, you know what? God, you're amazing. Javar's not gonna die. I know that I'm gonna play this football match, and he's gonna be alive when I finish the football game. So I play the match. I do decent. I think we actually lost. But in the book, when I wrote the book, I put that we won, because, you know, in the book you have to do like a glory story. But in the book I put that we won. But in reality, we lost 3-1 to Folkestone. I think I played about 65 minutes or so. I enjoyed myself, made my debut. And then the dreaded part now, I have to switch on my phone. So I've had all of that now to switch on my phone. I'm thinking, okay, cool, he's alive. I switch on my phone. And then bare missed calls. I can't even listen to my voice now. My voicemail bank is full up. I can't even, like, the first person I called, my brother. My brother, like, yeah, man, Javari's died, man. I broke down. I was fucked. I broke down, like, literally. Like, I was on I couldn't speak to no one on the rest of the journey back home. Like, I was totally heartbroken. Cause, like, I just spoke to him earlier on. So even when I think about it, like, it's all mad. And then that same night, I go to his mum's house, and everyone's there. I break down with friends, family. Everyone's there. It's all mad. I go home. This is on a Saturday. I go home. So on the Sunday, I'm distraught. I'm absolutely fucked. And on the Monday, so I used to love drama in school, and I actually studied drama in college, and I'm performing arts and theatre studies. So people don't even know I'm an actor as well. You know, don't piss me off. So, but when I was in school, I actually performed at Shakespeare Globe Theatre in South Bank, and I played Othello. So I was the lead character. I played Othello in year 10. So they gave us like a program, and from lots of different schools that performed in that day. And I was actually in front of the program, me and Javari. So Javari played Iago, which is the is it Tiago or Iago? He played Iago. So it's me and him, like, in action together. So this is my one sort of memory of saying that, I actually played. I done acting in Globe Theatre, but I think I'm gonna give it to his mum as a memory sort of thing to that, you know what, he's a good guy, man. So I gave the program to his mum. Like, even now, I was thinking about, I should have kept that program, but no, his mum deserved to have that. So I gave it to his mum. And that same night, Monday night, I've gone home, right? I'm living in Hackney, like I said, I'm living on Chatsworth Road, and I'm chilling. I'm at home. I go to bed. Wake up in the morning. Bare missed calls from my brother. I'm like, what? He's like, call me now. So I call him. What the fuck have you done? I'm like, what? He said, tell me now, what the fuck have you done? I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, oh, my man's called me and saying you've killed his little brother. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, you shot his little brother last night. So there was a situation where the person that had killed Javari went on a run, then handed himself in. But his group, one of the younger brother got shot in the bed. And my brothers are telling me, yeah, you done it. It's you and your younger that you was with. It's you guys. I'm like, bro, and nothing to do with me. What are you talking about? Like, bro, call my man and try and sort this out. So obviously, I guess emotions play, right? So I called the guy that was accusing me. I'm like, oh, bro, what's this right now? But obviously, he's not rational, because at the moment, like, his young brother's been killed, so he's like onto me, like, oh no, man, you done it, man. I'm like, bro, it's got nothing to do with me now. It's you and the younger, you guys have done it. I'm like, fam, it's got nothing to do with me. So I called the younger. He's like, bro, I don't know nothing about this. Like, we're all confused. I'm like, what? My brother called me back. He's like, there's armed feds at mum's house in Peckham looking for you right now. They're not in the whole place. I'm like, oh. And really and truly, like, what a lot of people don't know, like, I got two sets of parents. I got my mum's and dad in Peckham, which is really my uncle and auntie, and I got my mum and dad in Hackney and Canning Town as well. So, but I lived on Chatsworth Road, and my mum lived on Parascoff Road, like literally around the corner from me. So she's called me now. She said, "Don't come to the house, because normally I just go there quickly." She's like, I'm like, why? I said, armed police are here looking for you. I'm not sure what you've done. They've kicked down the door. They've got guns everywhere. They've got us all out in the street. It was just telling me. So these times I was on road, right? So I was doing cash boxes. I was selling food. And I called my friend who lived down the road. I ain't going to say her name because she works for the council now. And I told her, look, she said she didn't know what I had in the bag. And I said, look, come to my house quickly. So I gave her, I had food. I just realized, Carly, you owe me money for that, man. I gave you all that food as well. I just clocked. Anyway, that was 2007. But I had like food. I had so I gave it to her, and I gave it to my brother afterwards. So I had all those stuff in there, and all the money and like, clothes and stuff. I gave it to her, and then she took it for me. Then I thought, I'm gonna go and hand myself in because this is nonsense. Like, what murder? I didn't know murder. What the hell is this, man? So I've gone to where my mum was living. I'm walking down. I see my nan, I see my brothers, I see my sisters, they're all out on the streets. There's guns, they've blocked off the whole area. The 242 bus can't even go there. And I've gone there now, and I'm trying to speak to the officer, like, move. Like, I'm like, no, I'm Robert Kasanga. They're like, no, mate, get out of the way, stay back. I'm like, no, I'm the man you're looking for, Robert Kasanga. He's like, what? I said, I'm Robert Kasanga. Get down. I'm like, cool, bro, cool. And he said, we're arresting you on suspicion of murder. I'm like, oh, man. So then they take me to Wolf Road police station. I think, why are you taking me all to Wolf Road police station? These times Hackney police station was still open. There's been a police station in what you call it, by Clapton. But I thought they would take me there. They took me all, even Stoke Newton police station. But now they took me all the way down to Wolf Road police station. I'm like, fucking hell, why are you taking me so far? So anyway, I'm just thinking that you guys got the wrong guy. So I'm being a bit cheeky in the back of the van, like, mate, you guys are just wasting your time. You're wasting my time. I got football training tonight. What you guys doing? Anyway, get to the police station, go to the custody area. They're booking me in. And some two people are watching me. I'm thinking, why are these two people watching me so hard? They come up to me. Remember, Trident arrested me. And now these next two come to me and go, yeah, how you doing? Robert Kasanga? I'm like, yeah. We're from the flying squad. We're arresting you on suspicion of conspiracy to rob. I said, When I heard that, my heart sunk, because at that point I knew, like, yeah, I ain't done the murder. I'm not involved in no murder. Like, that's nothing to do with me. But the the robberies, I'm thinking, fucking hell, mate, this is a bit peak, innit? So anyway, spend the night in the station. The next day they want to do their interviews. So they're doing their police interviews. First person to come and interview me is Trident. Like, okay, at least bear in mind, remember, I know I'm not done nothing. So like, on this baby, where was you? I said, I was at home. What happened I said, I was at football, I don't know. And blah, 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 blah. I ain't got a clue, mate. I was at football, I'm a footballer. You involved in robberies, I don't know anything about no robberies. All I do is play football. I'm a same professional footballer. I live in East London. I hardly come to South London. I ain't got a doodles what's going on right now. So you guys got the wrong man. They're like, nah, they're pretty sure that, yeah, you're involved. Cool. Their interviews, flying squad. So this was the interesting one, the flying squad. Because flying squad, I'm thinking, fucking hell, mate. What robberies are they gonna bring up? Where was you on the 6th or thingy, blah, 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 when this robbery was happening? I'm thinking, that weren't me. I said, say that again? Mate, I was at football this day. Boom, boom, boom. Where was you on this day? Blah, 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 blah. Foot back in. That's another one that's not me. I was here. Like, what? Blah, 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 blah. Where was you on? So all the robberies that the flying squad came up had nothing to do with me. So I'm like, calm. Like, I know I ain't done the murder. And I ain't done these robberies. And then the next day, they put me on bail to return. So I'm calm, but remember these times they've seized bare stuff in my house. They've taken everything. Like they've taken clothes, they've taken stuff. So I'm like, oh, my things back. So about 2 weeks later, this way it gets interesting. This way it gets really interesting. 2 weeks later, one of the murder detectives, the Trident, calls me. Like, yeah, we want to return your things for you. I'm like, yeah, cool, I can come and get them. No, we'll bring it to you. Like, we thought bad that we came to and done that. We'll bring your stuff back to you. I'm like, all right, cool. But this is why, yeah, like you have to be, if police ever call you, yeah, make sure you let other people know. So I called the younger and let him know, like, raw, this was happening. And I call my brother and tell him, yeah, police have said they come to my house to come and give me back some clothes. He's like, all right, cool. So anyway, they come to the house now. This they won't tell you, like the police will always deny this. 100% they'll deny this shit. But they come to my house now and like, yo, we realize, man, you're a good guy, man. Well, you're a footballer, right? Yeah, we got contacts, man. We can get you into the Premier League. We can get someone sitting there. Oh yeah. We can help you move out the area, get some money and so on. But like, we need you to help us get the guys who've done this. I'm like, mate, I don't know who's done this. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I was at home. I was sleeping. Yeah. Then they're like, oh no, but you're younger. We feel that he may be involved in it, and like. I'm like, mate, I don't know him to be that sort of character. I don't know, but where's my clothes? You guys told me. Yeah, so my battery died on that one. I'm like, where's my clothes? You guys told me my clothes. Oh, no, we ain't got the clothes. We're still doing forensics and everything. And I said, just lie to me that you had my clothes just to come and see me. Like, what the hell? So anyway, I called my brother, like, yo, imagine feds come to me and they've said this and said that. You're like, bro, really? And I called the young and said, bro, feds are onto you. I'm not sure, like, they're onto you. They're like, yeah, like, they're going to give me a football contract. They know Alex Ferguson and them things there. Like, they can bust me to get it there. They're like, they're onto you, bro. So, like, anyway, at this point, really and truly, there's been a murder, yeah? I've been arrested for this murder. The flying squad are now sniffing around me because of security bans. This sort of thing, at this time moment, what a normal person would do, you know what? Let me just concentrate on my football. Let me lay low. But then football was a bit of madness as well because they didn't want the bad publicity of what just happened as well. Obviously, there's been a murder and then like it was quite a high profile and your name is being passed around as a football. Like, you know what, take some time out. So I'm like, oh, fucking hell, man. So, really and truly, I should just laid low. But greed, that's what I want you young people to not understand, yeah? Greed and addiction is mad because I was addicted to the lifestyle now. I was addicted to the money. Where before I used to go and every now and then might go to Zara, I might go to JD, get myself a little tracksuit. Now I'm trying to go Harrods, I'm trying to go Selfridges, I'm trying to ball out. So before I know it, like money just going and I'm just keep doing the same thing. But at this point in time, I should just stopped. But money was going low. So I decided to buy I bought another dinger, and me and two of my young people from Peckham went and done another one. So this was on the 13th of March 2007. So this is like 6 weeks after all these murders have been happening. So like I should just allowed it, but I don't listen. That's why you guys should listen. Learn from my mistake. That's why you guys should listen. So we went around, and what we used to do is we used to wear football kit. I used to wear football kit underneath. I wear my football kit. I wear like bright colored clothing, like orange top, blue, like green, some mad colored football socks and everything. I wear them underneath, and on top of that, I'll wear smart clothing. And the whole purpose of that was that if I had to keep it moving, I had to dash out the clothes, and if they'd see me running, like, you alright, mate? What you doing? No, I'm just jogging, mate. I play football. So they see me on these bright colored clothing because the suspect will be dressed up in dark clothes, hooded clothes, whatever. But now they're seeing a brother with bright orange, yellow clothing, so they're not going to think otherwise. That's what I used to do, right? So anyway, we met up at the BP station in Peckham, jumped in a car. I think it was a Rover. No, it wasn't a Rover. It was a red Astra. It was a red Astra. So jumped in a car, went to the southwest area, looking around, and then we see Rains Park train station. So we set it all up, other driver, and then boom. Then man went in there, grabbed the thing, jumped in. There was £27,000 in the, what do you call it? So we're driving. We get to Wimbledon. We parked up somewhere, pushed the bus the box open. But then we're going back to the ends. We get to Wimbledon. So we're in Wimbledon now, in traffic. Something was telling me maybe we should just abandon the car, but I thought, fuck it now, I might use this car again in a few days. Because the way I parked the car, I didn't think no one would have seen the car that we was in it. So anyway, get to Wimbledon, I'm in traffic. I look to my right, I see some white guy, like he's looking at me. But I don't think nothing of it, he's across the road. And then he starts walking towards the car, but the car door's locked anyway. He starts walking to the car. And I look again, I see he's getting closer and closer. Then he starts struggling, and I'm like, shit. He shut the bus door. Open the door, police. I'm like, hell no. Put my head in, foot in the accelerator. Boom. Crashed into the guy in front of me. Reversed, went back, kept it moving. Done. Drove. And then as I kept on driving, everyone jumped out of the car, went separate ways. We said, fuck the box. Everyone gone their separate ways now. So I've jumped into a back garden. I flinged off all my clothes, jumped in the back garden, and then I was sat in that back garden for ages, like for a good 4 or 5 hours, getting dark now, and I knew I meant to go and pick up my missus at the time. I knew to go and pick her up from work later on, and it's getting dark now. I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, man. But I can still hear the helicopter, so I don't want to move the helicopter. Oh, that was actually a good effect, innit? It was like, yeah. Anyway, so I hear the helicopter, so I'm not moving from my spot. I've been there for a good 4 or 5 hours. It's getting a bit chilly now because it's March. So March, you can have hot days, you can have cold days, and this is one of the cold days in March. So I'm just there with my shorts and my t-shirt, and then I hear sniffling. What the fuck is that? Okay, what's that? There's a dog on the other side, and I'm thinking, okay, if this is a dog, let me just ready to bang the dog. I don't know why I thought I was gonna bang the dog, but I thought the dog belonged to the house or something. I'm just waiting, and then but it was a police dog. And then the guy looked over. Yeah, I've got him. Fucking hell, don't move. Like, fuck that. This is I'm the dumbest, yeah. So the house I was in, the back garden was open, innit? I've run through the back door, and then the lady that was inside the house, she was with her child in the garden, so in the dining room, and I've startled them. Obviously, you can see some big 6'2" black guys running through the house. So she screamed, ah! I've screamed, ah! We both screamed, and I tried to run through the front door. Police were there already, so like an idiot, she just said, okay, fuck it, they've got me. I'm so dumb, I thought I was Superman. I ran upstairs, and I barricaded myself inside a bathroom, some random woman's bathroom. So you can imagine she was being scared. She even come and testified in court, to be fair. But excuse me, madam, if you are watching, I am truly sorry for my naivety, for my stupidity when I was young. I was just stupid. I was greedy. I was none the wiser, and I apologize if I ever started you, and if I ever scared you in your home, and that shouldn't happen to any person. But anyway, I'm in the garden upstairs. And I've locked the door. The police are trying to bust the door. I don't know why I thought I had some super strength. I'm holding the door like, no. Like, as if they're just going to say, all right, cool, we're going to go. But I'm holding the door, no. Then I bust the door. The police officer came. The first one that came in, cracked me in my eye, dropped on the floor. Then, next thing I know, like, they're kicking me in. But when flying squad come for you, they don't play around. Flying squad and trying it. When they come for you, it's Pete. They're fucking you up. Don't let, like, you see them stories that people go, oh, why are they hitting him? He's resisting. They don't care about that. Their first role is to neutralize, because they don't know what I've got. They don't know if I've got a gun or not. But still, they take it too far. I'm sorry, they take it too far. But anyway, they're punching me up. They're beating me up. And then the dog started chewing me. And these officers are watching the dog chew me. Look, I'm scarred for life. Give me some big puncher there. Right there. Look. Then you can see that one as well there. Another mark there. All over my, it's all, the dog started chewing my arm. I'm like, the dog's chewing me. Stop. They're like, shut up. I'm like, I can't move. They're beating me up. And then, obviously, they arrested me. So I'm bleeding everywhere. So they take me to the police station. But obviously, because I'm still bleeding, they didn't take me to the hospital, right? So in the hospital, they get me there, they put handcuffs on me. So I'm so dumb. I'm trying to act like as if, I'm trying to act as if like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm in the daze. What's going on? Where am I? What happened? What's happened? They're like, shut up. I don't know why I tried that. I don't know. You know, when you get arrested, you just think, oh, fucking, how can I get out of this, man? Like, you start thinking, can I turn back time? Maybe I can be invisible, but none of that worked. So anyway, I'm in the police station. Wait, so I'm going back to the police station now. They give me my tetanus jab. Because I've been bitten by a dog and that. So going back to the police station, this is the worst part. They don't really tell you when you get arrested. For most people, like, then you start thinking like, shit, I'm here, I'm in custody, and you're not sure. You're thinking, wow, what can I get away with? What can I say? Like, you're just thinking that you wish you could turn back time and do things a bit differently. And then so I'm there thinking, oh, what idea can I come up with? And this was dumbest idea, yeah. But I thought at the time, this is ingenious. Even to the point where I got to court, yeah, I thought, you know what, I might bust it. I might bust this case on this ingenious work of mine, right? So I said to myself, all right, cool. This is what I'm gonna say. So anyway, the interviews come. So I told them, look, when I got arrested, I got arrested last month for murder. Obviously, it wasn't me, but the 2 detectives from Trident came to visit me, and they've tasked me. They said, you know what? Can you help us solve this? So I decided to take it upon myself because they told me they can get me a football contract. I'm a footballer. So I decided that I'm gonna go and try and help them get these guys. So this is a story I made up, coming up with, yeah. So I said, I heard on the streets, yeah, that the guys who done the murder, it was 3 guys. I can't remember what name. I used some mad up name, Blacks, Killer, and some next wild name I can't remember now, yeah. And I said, yeah. So these guys that they're bad boys in the streets, that they're hardcore, and I've heard that it was them, so I told them that I do robberies and I can make them make money. But my whole reason why I do that, I'm trying to get more information from them. You see what I'm saying? So they're like, who's Blacks, Killer? And I'm like, you never heard of Blacks and Killer? And can't remember the first. Let's give him another name. Blacks, Killer, and Shooter. Yeah. What? You never heard of Blacks, Killer, Shooter? These guys are mad on the road. Yeah. So that's who I done the robberies with. You need to go and find them because they held me under duress. I was trying to make them do robberies to make money. They're like, nah, you're gonna start doing this to us all the time. So they got me to go on this robbery. I didn't want to do this robbery. I was scared for my life. A young person just being killed. I don't want to be killed either. I'm thinking, this might just. I was like, okay, cool. Next day, charged. They charged me with conspiracy to rob. I've gone to court. And then they've given me, they remanded me in custody. I can't even lie. When the judge, the magistrates remanded me, he said, I thought they might give me bail. When he remanded me, he said, you're going to jail. I started crying. I was like proper tears. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a footballer. Well, I was trying to help you guys. What's going on? Like, shut up, man. They sent me to Feltham. So on my way to Feltham now, I was thinking, oh, fucking hell, because when you're young, you hear that Feltham is this, Feltham is that. Like, it's mad. So I'm even forgetting that there might be people I know in Feltham. I'm just thinking, oh, fucking hell. And then while I'm on there, they're saying my name. And there's a guy that was in my school, big up Firma, Devon. He was on the same bus as me, going to the jail. Like, yo, Mo, is that you? I'm like, who's that? It's Devon, man, Firma. I'm like, yo. So I'm like, yeah. What you saying? You cool, yeah? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what's it? Because he's already been there before. Like, yeah, nah, it's calm over there, man. It's calm. I'm like, oh, it's nice, man. I said, who's there? He says, Bear Man over there, man. He said that Tiny Raven's in there, OP's in there, Young Marv's in there, Ohms is in there. I'm like, oh, calm. That's not mine, man. And then gone to Feltham. I'm there, met the man them, got into the football team. Shout out Merckson still. He's a striker with me. Me and him were the strikers in the prison team. So anyway, I'm in Feltham doing my time. I had to go to court. I turned 21. Gonna turn 21. They move you to Wandsworth, innit? So that's when I was in Wandsworth now. Yeah. So I'm in Wandsworth. Done 3 months in there, and I got given bail. Yeah. But by this time, one of my other co-defendants, one of them got nicked at the same day. One of my other co-defendants got nicked afterwards, innit? Through cell site evidence and whatnot. But then these are the same time my younger brother started to passer. And this was the rise of PYGs. So I wasn't too sure really who the PYGs were, because I was based out in East now. So like from the younger people we knew, the one just below me, which is the Peckham kids. So they were telling me, yeah, there's these PYGs. I'm like, alright, cool. The new generation. So I got given bail, so I had to go and live at my parents' house in Peckham as part of my bail condition. This one I'll save for another day. I'll save this part for another day, because there's a whole bunch of madness that happened, and like people try to run up to mum's house for my younger brother and that. But we'll get into that another day. So anyway, so I got given bail. I done 6 months. I done 6 months on remand, and after 6 months, you're meant to have your case. If your case ain't done in 6 months' time, you can apply for bail. And my football team wrote a letter and everything, and I managed to get bail. But when I got out bail, like, it was mad. Again, my greed. One issue I had was greed, yeah? And it was like, you know what? I'm going to jump back and do what I'm doing, because I might be going to jail. And fortunate enough for me as well, that's the time that my first daughter was conceived while I was giving bail. So I always say, you know what? Things work for a reason. Whatever happens with a reason, because then my daughter would have never been here if I never got bail. Got bail. So I'm on road for a few months, and I'm back doing boxes again. And then I'll come back to how I went back into jail and got caught again. But anyway, so fast forward to my trial, yeah? So I'm giving this whole thing, and it's looking alright, because it's like I'm in court. I've given said I was scared for my life. I look at the jury, I tried to wear my glasses, I wore a suit, I'm all acting all timid in court. I'm thinking, yeah, that, you know what? And then like even certain circumstances like worked to my favour. Like when it was coming to, they're like thinking, oh, are these is this what do you call it? Blacks killer and shooter people, are they really real and so on? Anyway, push come to shove. It's time. I'm in court. I'm going through the case. So obviously, Flying Squad are very interested. Not Flying Squad. Sorry, South London Press are interested in anything that ever happens, right? Are interested in anything that ever happens in, what do you call it? That ever happens in courts, right? So they came down on the day. Oh, that's an interesting one. They came to report. So now remember, I'm in court, and I'm saying, yeah, like I was the people I done a robbery with were killers. Their names were what do you call it? Blacks, Shadow, and Shooter. I'm scared for my life. So obviously, South London Press like, oh, this is an interesting story. So they've written it all down and published the thing. So the next day, like I'm in my cell. They come and bust the cell door open early in the morning. I'm like, what's going on? Just before that, I had a madness with a couple of officers on the wing. Well, I had a couple of men, because I was the violence reduction rep on Wandsworth, right? I'm in Wandsworth, and I'm the violence reduction rep. So I'm 21 at the time, and they made me the violence reduction rep. So basically, my job is to help, what do you call it, keep the violence in the jail low. So shout out Jerry, old school Jerry from Peckham. I think he's in Ghana right now. He used to look after me. He was in there, Femfels in there, Jim Jones was on my wing as well. And from then moment, I used to run PlayStation. I used to do PlayStation, what do you call it, tournaments in my cell and that, for a canteen and everything like that. But anyway, I had a madness with someone, and in the end, they moved me to B-Wing, and that's when I got banged up with, before I got banged up with Mr. Brown, I told you guys about the other day, right? So I'm in the cell with one next dread man, so they put me upstairs with him. And then obviously now, they knock on my door one time early in the morning. Like, yo, Kasanga, because they enjoy the court illness. I'm like, yeah. They're like, Kasanga, come, need to chat to you. Like, yeah. They're like, whoa, South London Press, we've just got it, because they get the newspaper today. And there's a story about you. And we want to move you onto the vulnerable persons unit for your own safety. I'm like, what are you talking about? They showed me the article. Mate, basically saying that, yeah, Mr. Kasanga said he works for the police and he was helping catch murderers. So now my own stupid story that I made up, yeah, has caught up with me, yeah, and now it's in the South London Press, yeah. So the whole jail's about to see it come 9 a.m. So they come to my cell about 7 a.m. whatever it is. I'm like, I ain't going to no vulnerable person's unit. I said, fuck that, man. I said, if whoever wants to do me something, let them do something. I'm staying on the wings. Like, I know that this is a story that I've made up. So if I ain't got time to explain it to everyone that this is what story I made up, but obviously everyone's gonna see what they're seeing. So then I'm getting calls from this woman's dog ain't trying to move, boy. Hang on, sorry, it's like just distracting me. Some woman trying to cross the road with her dog and the dog's not having it. Anyway, yeah, so what am I saying? So so I'm like, mate, I ain't got time to be going and explain myself to anyone. Anyone's got an issue, anyone wants to come and do something, it's on them. I'm gonna stay on the wing. No one can tell me, oh yeah, and no one's gonna come and tell me to my face, oh yeah, you're a grass, you're a snitch, because I know it's a story that I made up. So obviously in the morning, is that Richard? Oh, hi Richard. Is that Richard? What's going on? Yeah, I'm just here, man. What you saying? Not too bad, man. You live around here? Okay, this the guy. So I'm just doing that Instagram. This the guy that always scores against us. He plays for United Stand. You good though, yeah? I say no more, man. Take care, brother. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, so basically, anyway, I said I'm not moving, man. Fuck that, man. Anyone's got anything to say or want to do anything, it's on them, innit? So, boom, the doors open in the morning. Yeah, so basically now, like, they bust my door and basically saying, so people are thinking, oh, wow, this guy is a grass and a snitch. So the officers have come to me now, like, oh, we think you could be in danger if you stay on the wings. We want to move to VP unit. I said, I'm not going to no vulnerable person unit. If anyone's wants something to do, they can come to me and we can sort it out man to man in it, because I'm not into this running thing, especially if I know I'm not a grass or a snitch. I ain't fuck all that, man. So by this time as well, I moved from so that same day, because they put me on the wing just that night before. So then I had to move downstairs to Mr. That's why I moved in with Mr. Brown. And shout out Mr. Brown. I spoke about it a couple of days ago. I heard that he died last year. So rest in peace to Mr. Brown. People in Shoreside let me know that they was with him in Shoreside. They said that, yeah, he passed away last year. So big up Mr. Brown. But anyway, so I told the officers I'm not moving. I moved downstairs in with Mr. Brown. And of course, people will be like, raw, like, I'll see, you notice the eyes and the people like, raw, and people, so that's my man. And you think yourself, fucking hell, I don't have to explain this story to every single person. Look how long it's took me to tell you guys this story. So imagine you have to tell people, oh no, what happened was, this happened, so I couldn't bother to do that. So some people was thinking, nah, this guy's a girl. But no one ever come to it from one person. I'll get to that. But more time, everyone was just cool. Guys, everyone knew, like I said, that if I was a grass or snitch, don't you think I would be on the vulnerable persons unit? Don't you think I'll be running away scared? I said, hell no, I'm chilling right here. I know I'm not grass or no one. No one can come tell me, oh yeah, you snitched on me. You said that I didn't say nothing to no one. So I was trying to bust case, I made up a story. But anyway, and that's the story of how everyone in Peckham for a little while thought that this guy's a grass and he's an informant and he's snitching everyone. Sorry, my battery died again, fucking hell. But anyway, yeah, so, and more times in jail, everyone was cool with me. I remember as well, I was the wing bookie, I was getting phones and so on. Like I always say, one thing I never got involved in was distribution of drugs in jail. That wasn't for me. Like I was so against drugs. If you like, get some crow, I'm like, nah, I'm not involved in that. So anyway, so this will lead me to my second story, which sort of correlates. So I'm in Rye Hill Prison. So I've been moved to Rye Hill Prison now. And the judge, ones just didn't like me. They didn't like me for whatever reason it was. And obviously, I wasn't always best behaved, but they didn't like me. So in the end, about 3 months later, just before my daughter's being born, mind you, my daughter's about to be born, you know, in June of 2008. I've told them this 4 or 5 days before a due date. They moved me to Rye Hill Prison in Rugby, which is for long-termers. Mind you, I ain't got that long to do. So why the hell you sending me to long-term? For this where people are doing life and so on. I've gone there, and this will bring me and what do you call it? Good luck to everyone that's doing Ramadan right now. Shout out to all my Muslim friends and that who are doing Ramadan right now. Shout out you guys all that. But I'm going to talk to you about issue in regards to Islam in jail that I had. So there was this white guy, yeah, and Lloyd. And what I don't like about prison sometimes is that if you find the deen, yeah, if you want to become Muslim, fair enough, become Muslim. And for me, like, religion is for the beholder. Whoever chooses whatever religion is up to you. So this white guy called Lloyd, he became Muslim while he was in jail. The one time he was running up his mouth, so like I was pissed. So I was like, bro, I'll punch you up, you know. And he's like, what? Come then. He was sort of like one of these hench white brothers who thought he was bad as well. So I can't remember where he was from. And my man turned around and said something to me. It made me go nuts. He said, "It's me, you're a snitch. That's why your brother got shot." I said, I went for him, and everyone like, no, allow it. Like, one thing, I don't start trouble with no one. I don't go, like, when I was doing my bookies, when I was the casino, when I had my shops, I'll run business accordingly. You owe me, I'll expect my payment. I won't come and bully you, but I'll let you know I expect my payment. So more times people paid, so that I never had no issues. So I'll never bully no one in that extent. But when my man said that to me, I absolutely lost it. Yeah. And what I didn't like about it, the reason what I'm saying about the Islam part is that he was Muslim, right? And there was one cool brother from Manchester. I had proper respect for him. He got given a 30-year sentence for a stabbing, for a killing, for a murder. And me and him would debate, because also I was raised Christian, so me and him would have proper debates about Islam. And whenever we was going to shower, like, we would talk, and he was talking about Islam, I'll talk about Christianity, and we'll see where we can sort of, compromise on certain discussions. And me and him were cool. When that happened, I was so pissed. I said, "Watch." In my cell, I was going mad. And like, it's mad. Whenever I got into situations in jail, yeah, and I want to pump myself up. I know before I've told you my young Jeezy, yeah, when I was going to go and do my ride up. But whenever I was going, I'll go nuts in jail, like, I was going to do a madness. I used to go and listen to Gigs and Kai's Rat-a-tat-tat. I can't remember what the song's called. When Kai's, what does it say? What's that? Coming from deep in the jungle. Hold on, that used to gas me. Then the other one as well. What's the other one he had, man? Bus Commercial. So that all just gassed me up. I'm like, yeah, when I come out here, this guy is on. Then the other brother that was Muslim come to my cell, like, through the gate, because he could go out. He comes to me and says, like, bro, like, I like you. I got a lot of time for you. But if you fight Lloyd, I'm going to jump in for Lloyd. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm going to have to jump in for Lloyd. He's a brother. After that, I lost respect for him slightly, man. I'm like, you can't get involved. It has nothing to do with you. It's between me and him. And you're going to get involved because of the sake of, like, he's a brother. And that's why more times a lot of people come to jail and their intentions is that, okay, cool, I'm in jail, I'm vulnerable. And like I said, if people find the deen, they find the deen. It's amazing if you find the deen. People who find the deen and take the shahada, they all say how amazing it is for them. If you do that, fair enough. But I find that a lot of times people go to jail and use the card of becoming Muslim to sort of get a safe passage while they're in jail. Because for me, that's wrong. Because there's a lot of people who actually take the deen, and you can tell who's serious, who's devout, who's really on their deen. And I got enough respect for them, man. But I'm not sure if it's in the scriptures that if someone's, just because someone's Muslim, you have to protect him as well. You have to defend him as well. But for me, I just thought that was wrong. But in the end, me and my other brother, it got squashed tonight, and he apologized. But I just thought that was wrong. But anyway, that's a story of when people thought I was an informant.